I'm Amanda Jane Clarkson and this is Gday Gorgeous, a lifestyle channel for women who dare to live their dreams and for women who would love to gain more clarity, more confidence and more certainty and live their life by design and not default in all 7 areas, which I will be covering in my videos up and coming. And I'm going to be talking about your love life, health, relationships, your vocation, money, personal growth and happiness. So today I want to go into part 2 of my tips on how to manage your money on minimum wage. Now, if you listen to my last video, I spoke about thinking and becoming a wealthy person, both mentally and emotionally. And it doesn't matter where you're beginning. So you might be starting on, I don't know, $300 a week, $500 a week, $1,000 a week income. I don't know what your wage is, but what I know from my own experience and my own results is that money and having money and saving money is a mind game or an inner game, and that's what we talk about. So in the last video, I spoke about creating what I call a wealth account. And throughout my videos in the future, I want to set you up to become wealthy, emotionally, mentally, and hopefully in time, wealthy in the bank, because I believe that you deserve to live the life that you dream of, just like I do. And when I first started out with this idea and a plan, and as a young kid, I wanted to be wealthy, but nobody taught me anything. I didn't know what I was doing and I had to work it out myself. And so I hope you've got your journal to write down these incredibly potent tips and ideas and strategies, because as a mentor, I believe the right thing to do for you is to teach you how to think like a wealthy person so that in time you become a wealthy person. So as I said last week, we set up our bank account and we call that our wealth plan. Each week, no matter how much money you bring in, the very first thing you do is put 10% of that money into your wealth account. Why? Because you are the most important person. You pay yourself first and then everything comes after that. And so my next strategy that I want to talk about is how you think long term. So in a journal, I would love you to write down exactly in as much detail as you can what you would love your life to look like in 1 year from now, in 3 years from now, and in 5 years from now, in all those 7 areas of life. Not just one area, because each area is connected and each area affects the other areas. So it's no use just having money but bad health and bad relationships. So that's what I did. I wrote down what I wanted my life to look like in all those 7 areas, which helped me feel more excited about putting my 10% away of my wage each and every week. You see, I've had 33 different jobs, 14 businesses. Now, not all of my businesses were successful. However, the successful businesses that I had were businesses where I love serving other people, helping other people. And so when you write out what you would love your life to look like, think about all the things that you would love to do, the people you would love to help, maybe your family, your community, your church group, a wider, broader market. I don't know, it's up to you. But what this does, it starts to change the way you think about money, and instead of feeling like you're just stuck on a minimum wage, right from the start you start to become wealthy in the mind, and then in time, as I keep saying, you'll become more wealthy in your bank account. And here's the thing, if you want to grow your wealth, you need to start thinking differently now. So step 2 for today's message is, for the next 30 days, track every dollar that you spend. So after you put your 10% away in your wealth account, every dollar after that, track it, write it down. Where does it go? And I can't believe, for myself, my experience is I would waste money on takeaway food. I would spend it on clothes that I never wore, just bits and pieces that were not growing in value, but stuff that was depreciating in value. And so what I did, by writing out every dollar for 30 days, I began to see exactly where my money went. Because you may have heard people go, Well, I've got my wage, but I just don't know where my money goes. Have you ever done that? Because that used to be me as well. And until you start tracking, you just don't know where it goes. And that is a very powerful lesson. And you can start to see, oh, I can take $5 from there. I won't go out for a coffee every day. Maybe I could take my lunch to work every day. That would save me $7. Maybe instead of going to the movies twice a week, I could go to the movies once a week. Do I really need that pair of jeans or that top? And every dollar that you save, you can pop into your wealth account and watch it grow, watch it flourish. But what that does for you as a person, it starts to help you feel more wealthy. As I said in the last video, build your confidence, build your self-esteem, and you can see that you're growing something significant. It's so important. And then the third thing I want to talk about today is gratitude. Write that down in your journal. Here's what one of my mentors taught me 20 years ago. He said, Amanda, oh, and by the way, I was absolutely dead broke when I heard this. He said to me, when you start to feel more gratitude for what you already have, soon enough you will start to have more things come into your life. And so what I did for years, and I've done this for 20 years, every day I write down 10 things that I'm grateful for and 10 things that I am grateful for that I want to attract into my life. You see, without gratitude, nothing happens. Without gratitude, you live a poverty mentality, you live poverty lifestyle. And so it's just about being grateful for the things that you already have now. Warm bed, amazing friends, you might have love in your life, all the things that we just take for granted. And it really starts to change your mindset, and it creates an attitude of wealth and success. And you know, I believe that's what you deserve. You deserve to become wealthy, you deserve to become successful in all 7 areas of life, but it begins with gratitude. And I want you to write this down. Money rarely exceeds personal growth. To have more, you must grow more, you must know more. That is so vitally important, and that one message literally changed the way I felt about money, it changed the way I felt about success, and it changed the way I felt about my life. And that was the turning point for me. When I was on minimum wage, barely scraping through, when I learnt that message, I started to think differently. I started to look forward to adding money into my wealth plan each and every week. And I'll say that one more time, money rarely exceeds personal growth. And so that is my lesson for today. If you found this lesson valuable, please share this with your other girlfriends who are feeling frustrated but want to become successful and fabulous in each and every area of their life. And of course, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so that you become notified each week when I pop these videos out. And over time, I'm going to mentor you and help you become wealthy and successful in all areas of your life, because you deserve it. So I'll see you next week. I'm Amanda Jane, and this is G'day Gorgeous. However, in the meantime, be bold, be courageous, and be fabulous. Bye for now.